Hello everyone. My name is Koki.
My name is Trent. Today we're going to be talking with college students about their weekly expenses.
Let's go.
What is your name?
I am Tennessee.
My name is Steph Hoskinson.
My name's Ashlyn. My name is Renska.
My name is Connor.
Jack. Okay, I have some questions I'm going to ask you today. How much do you spend a week on groceries?
Probably like $100. I spend a lot of money here at the union.
Okay, how much do you spend a week on gas?
Probably like $60 with the prices related. It was down to 30 when it was low. It was pretty nice.
Okay, how much a week do you spend on subscriptions?
They were getting really expensive. I had to cancel all, so I have nothing right now.
So I use my parents. What's your biggest weekly expense?
Probably college. You know,
College.
it's expensive. You know, trying to get the student debt paid off and everything.
And the
like that.
books.
And the books. Yeah.
First question is, how much do you spend a week on groceries?
On groceries, I actually don't spend much. I am 19. I still live with my parents, so they let me freeload. It's pretty great.
How much do you spend a week on gas?
On gas, I do bi-weekly. I usually make one tank stretch for 2 weeks, and I have a 16-gallon. It's like we use like Dylan's fuel points, so anywhere from $30 to $40 every 2 weeks.
Okay. How much do you spend a week on subscriptions?
On subscriptions, I don't really have any subscriptions that I can think of, so zero.
Zero. Okay. Last question is, what is your biggest weekly expense?
Fast food. It's
Fast
a problem.
food?
Yeah.
How much do you think you spend a week on fast food?
A week? Probably closer to $30, $40.
$30, $40? First question, how much a week do you spend on groceries?
I would say about $50. My friend pays for it and we both cook together.
How much do you spend a week on gas?
$0 because I don't have a car.
Okay. How much a week do you spend on subscriptions?
0 because my friend pays for the account.
Okay, and then what would you say is your biggest weekly expense?
Perfume and clothes, I would say I spend about $50 a week on that.
First question is gonna be, how much do you spend on grocery per week?
$50 a week, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. How much do you spend a week on gas?
On gas, I don't have a car right here, so we're all good in that department.
Okay. So how much do you spend a week on subscription? Like
Subscription?
Netflix, Amazon?
Ooh, I have a Netflix, and actually, the email came out that they're gonna up our Netflix subscription, so I might have to cancel that, but we'll see. But
Okay.
Netflix and Spotify are my two biggest ones.
They also like about like $30 or something like that?
Yeah, maybe altogether like $30-$20, something like that.
Okay. Okay, it's gonna be last question. What's your biggest weekly expensive?
Probably coffee.
Coffee?
I'm not proud of that, but
How much do you
probably
spend?
coffee. Every day, like maybe it's overpriced right now, but $5-6. Yeah.
Every day per...
$5.50 for
$5.50?
latte, hot latte.
Okay, so like $35
I would say
per
so.
week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I like coffee too.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
So first question is gonna be, how much do you spend on grocery per week?
I'd probably say about $30, $40
$30,
per week.
$40. Okay. So next question is gonna be, how much do you spend a week on gas?
On gas, I don't drive, so 0.
Oh, 0? Okay. How much do you spend a week on subscription?
I mean, it's like a family thing, so I don't really pay anything, but if I had to guess, probably around 30 a week.
Okay, so like Netflix or Amazon? Okay. Okay, it's gonna be last question. What's your biggest weekly expensive?
Probably going out to eat with my friends.
Uh-huh.
That's probably the most I spend in a week.
Usually, mostly you're gonna go where? Like
We go to Chipotle a lot.
Chipotle?
Yeah,
Oh, that's my
Cane's.
favorite.
Yeah, but we eat out a lot, which not the best thing, but it's probably the thing I spend the most money on.
First question, how much do you spend on grocery per week?
On groceries, my parents do most of the grocery shopping, so maybe $50.
$50? Okay. So next question is gonna be, how much do you spend a week on gas?
I drive an SUV, so A little more, about $60. I
Oh,
drive a lot.
$6.
60.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So how much do you spend a week on subscription?
On subscriptions?
Yep.
Probably about $5.
$5.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. It's gonna be last question. What's your biggest weekly expense?
The gas for sure.
Gas. Okay. So as the $6 is gonna be more biggest expense
Yeah.
per week. Okay.
Yeah.
First question. How much do you spend on grocery per week?
I would say about $50.
$50.
$50. Yeah.
Okay. How much do you spend a week on gas?
Gas. I don't have a car right now, so 0.
Oh, 0. How much do you spend a week on subscription?
Subscriptions, I would say also 0 because I just use my parents,
Mm-hmm.
like Netflix subscription and stuff
Okay.
like that.
Last question. What's your biggest weekly expense?
I would say eating out.
Eating
Like
out.
going out to eat.
Like usually, where you gonna go?
They just opened up Raising Cane's. So
Raising
I've been there a
Cane's.
few times. Whataburger and McDonald's. So I would say I probably spend like $50 a week. on eating
$50.
out. So next, I'm gonna ask the questions to Koki. All right. So how much do you spend on groceries per week?
I mean, I always eating on campus, so I was like 100 or something like that.
100 a week.
Yeah, 100 a week.
Okay. How much a week do you spend on gas?
On gas, I don't have car, so 0.
0. Okay. How much do you spend a week on subscriptions?
I have Netflix and Amazon and also Disney Plus.
Mhm.
So I would say like 40 or 50.
40 or 50 a week?
Yeah.
That's a lot. And then what would you say is your biggest weekly expense?
I would say food is my
Food?
biggest expense for the week.
The union is very expensive.
So after talking to 6 people, people spend their money on different things like food, daily habits, and gas.
Now I'm curious, how much do you spend in per week? Let me know in the comment. Bye.